Alright, here we go, part 4. I think we should be able to finish up here, and we're going to try really hard to do so. Right now, we finished off with Red Hood, and we've got pretty much the last 3 rows to go. I think we can manage. So first up, we have the Reverse Flash, and you know, like Kid Flash and the Flash, he runs, you know, pretty briskly and fast. He does all the same things that those two do, like the spinning, and he can lock on to different things and then go attack them. So, and then he has that awesome lightning strike animation when he does like a ground pound. And then more hilariously, he needs some Ritalin or something, because he he's just non-stop. So I mean, Reverse Flash has been a number of people. You know, some people know him as Professor Zoom. In the recent comics, he is during New 52, he is actually Daniel West, the brother of Iris West. So you know, certainly a different take on things, if you will. I didn't really actually mean to do that, but so yeah, man, definitely a cool character. Not sure why they called him Reverse Flash this time and not, you know, Zoom or Professor Zoom or something like that, but it's what they went with. So this is the Reverse Flash. I'm kind of regretting picking Yzmalt. The lighting is not nearly as good as it is on some of the other planets, but whatever. Right now we are up to the Red Tornado. He's kind of like almost like a Vision in a way, except he's got a tornado. Definitely one of the cooler animations. He's an android, that's why I kind of compare him to Vision. An android that like takes on a human family. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of the same characters from both Marvel and DC. Red Tornado is definitely one of the cooler characters in the game. Not one of the characters I was really necessarily looking forward to, but I definitely enjoy him. He shoots air, which is kind of cool. He has this awesome animation when he does the ground pound, and he does also shoot laser, which I believe this does destroy gold kind of objects. So definitely a really cool looking character. One of the coolest animations in the game, with his tornado. I mean, it's really cool looking, man. I really enjoy it. So that is the Red Tornado. Moving on, he is just making me dizzy just watching him run. Next up we have the Riddler. And I don't know if you guys have caught on, if you're watching Gotham at all, but Edward Nygma is like the crime scene investigator for the Gotham Police Department. So that's certainly interesting. I kind of like what they're doing with. He's got his detective vision. I kind of like what they're doing with Gotham in that regard, kind of showing a lot of the other characters and their origins and stuff like that. So definitely an interesting kind of take on things, and you can kind of see where he, you know, gets his, you know, you can see his kind of start, I guess. He's always kind of like doing riddles and quizzing people and stuff like that. So definitely interesting. Next we have the 1966 Riddler. He basically does the same things. So pretty straightforward. One of the many characters from the original TV show that has his own little extra character. Next up we have Robin from 1966, and yeah, man, he doesn't have like a menu that you can go through, but he does shoot batarangs. He does have magnetism, so if you happen upon something that needs magnetism, he's got it. He also does the awesome kapow and thwack. and all that kind of stuff. So 1966 Robin. You might use him from time to time. Next up, we have Robin in Lex Luthor disguise. As you can see, he's got the R on his chest. He throws a pole. Just melee attacks everything. And that is it. He is still an acrobat, so he's got that going for him. And he's got the eye covering, like the eye, I don't know what you call that thing, but like basically the semi-mask. So that is Robin in Lex Luthor disguise. Next we have the Saint Walker. I don't know why I sang that way. He's another Lantern. He is the leader of the Blue Lanterns. Blue Lanterns obviously are full of hope. That is the emotion of the Blue Lantern, hope. Definitely a really cool character. You can hear the sound his ring makes when it hits the ground. He does, like I said, all the energy kind of stuff. He can dig up little areas that are meant for digging and stuff like that. So definitely a very useful character. Locks onto stuff. So that is Saint Walker, the Blue Lantern. Next up we have Shazam! And he is fantastic. A little flamboyant. But yeah, man, he is awesome. And Shazam! Boom, down to Billy Batson. And he looks like he's a dwarf, the way he's posing. I know he's supposed to be a kid, but man, he looks kind of weird.
Shazam!
Shazam! So Shazam is very useful. He throws lightning bolts. Let's see if we can throw enough lightning bolts to take out the flags. Somehow got 3 of them out of there. I definitely used him quite a bit. I don't even know where the other flags are. I guess I'm on the right path. I use him quite a bit because he does the electricity. And I don't even know where the last flag is. I feel like I have to get it now, you know? I missed it. Oh well. But yeah, he does a lot of electronic stuff. Or not electric stuff. Electricity stuff. You don't have to worry about charging up. He's ready to go. And, you know, that can just be very useful. So, basically, yeah, I'm like kind of fixated on this flag. Was it behind me the whole time? I think it was. I'm not going to go after it again because I know it's like taking my focus away. So, I think a lot of people are going to enjoy playing as Shazam. Definitely a really cool character, especially the way he looks with the electricity. And I think he just wants to do jazz hands, though. So, yeah, Shazam's pretty cool. Again, I think you'll enjoy him. Next up, we have Sinestro. And I love his animations when he's when he gets kind of bored, you know. Gets all scary and blah. Yeah. So pulls out the spider. I think he pulls off his pants. Oh, yep. Ooh, no. So yeah, otherwise he does all the lantern type stuff. He shoots energy. He takes a bath in blood water. Does the energy projection. He digs stuff up with the spider. So definitely a lot of lantern type stuff there for Sinestro. Sinestro is definitely a character I enjoy. You know, the Yellow Lanterns embody fear. He's definitely a dick. Just, you know, he is the arch nemesis of Hal Jordan. Like, they were the best of friends, and then they're the biggest of enemies. And watching them go through Blackest Night together was definitely an interesting concept. I haven't really been following what they've been doing with him since he got his own book. I really need to pick it up. I'm really interested to see what's going on. But yeah, man, Sinestro, there he is. There is his Sinestro Core Warrior. This one is a bug. He flies. He shoots lasers. No, he doesn't shoot lasers, but he does shoot, you know, that stuff. He's got kind of the spider face look. So there's obviously lots of Sinestro Corps members. You know, this one in particular just happens to look like a spider. So I'm trying to move my microphone without making too much noise, so I can lean back in my chair a little bit. So yeah, Sinestro Core Warrior, one of the fodder characters that you play with and against. Stargirl, she's got her staff that she can throw. Shoots laser from her staff. Really cool animation. Shoots energy. I'm pretty sure that can destroy gold stuff, gold statues. So yeah, and of course she flies, sort of. So, not really a character I follow too well. I think she got her outfit possibly from like a Starman. Was there a Starman at some point? Was there like a dude that she got her costume from? I remember reading a story that involved her, like a major story. I think like Plastic Man, or Plastic Man died during it. Might have been Infinite Crisis, or one of those stories. I can't remember which one it was, but I remember her being involved. Someone died. That's all I really remember. So, next up, Star Sapphire Carol Ferris. So, this is the love interest of Hal Jordan. And, you know, she is the leader of the Star Sapphires, not the Pink Lanterns. For some reason, they are the Star Sapphires. And they embody love. She does all the lantern-y type things. I'm surprised she doesn't shoot like hearts or something. What if she's like superpowered and she can smash that door? Nope. Oh yeah, I guess so. Ha! There's one of those stupid donuts behind the wall. That's funny. So yeah, she's definitely a cool character. I use her from time to time just because I want to use a female character, and she's probably one of my favorites in the game, both as a female character, as a character in general. Again, I'm just a huge Lantern fan, so that's kind of what does it for me. So there's Star Sapphire. Oh, she's hugging a teddy bear. Next up we have Superboy. And there he is in his black outfit. He does like a spin move when he accelerates. And that's kind of cool.
Go.
What, Jonathan Kent or something like that, or the clone, or which one? Not, again, I've mentioned not being a big Superman fan in general, So not. I know that there's a few versions of Superboy, and you guys will definitely let me know which one this is. Then you have Supergirl. There's 2 versions of Supergirl. There is the standard, and then there is classic. Alright, we can look at them both side by side. Not a whole big difference. I really actually can barely see the difference at all. Yeah, they seem like they're the same character. What is really different on one and not the other? The only thing I can really see is like the S on the classic is a little bit more rounded. But otherwise, they're basically the same character. So, I mean, fortunately, you know, it doesn't take up an extra slot. It's just a character that's kind of double dipping. But, yeah, I barely see the difference there. Next we have Superman in his solar suit. That's kind of like what General Zod and Feora and those characters are wearing. So he does all the Superman type stuff. He freeze you, he can laser you, he can do pretty much anything. So pretty much just another Superman, just this one's in a solar suit. Next up we have Swamp Thing, who has 2 versions of himself. There is the standard version, and then there is the new 52 version. This is the worst angle to show you them. I personally like the classic one, but you know, I guess that's just me. I think the new 52 one would have hit a spot a little bit different if maybe they had, you know, included his wings, but as it stands, he can't do anything but shake the earth. He definitely can go underground at the those type of crates, but yeah, he's just missing some wings on his new 52. Next up, we have the Thunderer. And when I made the video for the Thunder, I was confused. I didn't really know who he was. Come to find out, this is like what you run up against on Quard. You don't really run up against them, but they're the workers that are working against their will. So that's what a Thunderer is. Just basically does all the basic stuff. No ranged anything. Just your basic character. He definitely looks cool, but I know they needed some fodder stuff, and they got it with this guy right here. So next up we have Tim Drake, which is a little bit of a wasted spot as far as I'm concerned. He's just a boy in basically school clothes. That's all there is to it. He can bash stuff. But yeah, alas, there's nothing too special about him. Next up we have the Toy Man, who, you know, he's there. He's sort of useful. I'm trying to think of scenarios in which you know, you really need to use him or consider using him. So I don't know, but he's fun nonetheless. Next up we have the Trickster, who a lot of people were asking me to get with good reason. Not a character I totally enjoy by myself, but you know, still an interesting enough character in and of himself. I think what's more interesting is just like some of the missions you have to do because of him. Where he's like taking hostage the Hall of Justice visitors and stuff like that. So there is the Trickster, looking pretty spizzle. Next up we have Ultra Humanite, and he kind of, you know, shows off this kind of gorilla form, but you know, whatever. That is Ultramite. He's one of Superman's oldest enemies, which is, you know, certainly interesting as well. So that's Ultra Humanite. Next up, we have Vibe, Paco himself. Vibe has died at one point or another. I think now he's possibly rolling with Red Hood and his gang. But there he is, Vibe. Alright, so Vibe in the books. He does the Sonar stuff. I don't know if I mentioned that, but come on, Trickster. There we go. So, next up we have Wonder Girl, who I'm assuming is part of like the Teen Titans or something like that. And she is Wonder Woman's apprentice. You know, she does the melee move. She obviously doesn't have the lasso of truth. And looks like she also does that so that she can block attacks via energy. So Wonder Woman and Cheetah, you know, it's what you would expect. She still has her boomerang that she can throw. So yeah, Wonder Woman in Catwoman outfit. Alright, so there she is, Catwoman in disguise. Next up we have the Zur-En-Arrh Warrior. And, you know, this is the female lantern kind of police academy, I guess. I don't know. Well, not academy, but police force. You know, they are the protectors of love. And I am scared. She has her staff, which she can throw. I fell in the fiery blood water. So yeah, there she is, the Zur-En-Arrh Warrior. Did not mean to do that. Next up we have Zatanna. Not her new 52 form. It's kind of her older, more traditional form, which, you know, is okay. I just really enjoy her new costume. So definitely wish that she was new 52'd up. And next up we have the last of the regular in-game characters. It is the Fierce Flame, which you guys have told me is a character that won a contest. Well, not the character, but the person who created it. Yeah, so she runs really fast. I'm assuming it's a she. There's gonna be I don't know, but whatever. That is the Fierce Flame, and chances are you'll enjoy them. So now we're gonna dip into the DLC. First up we have Feora, and then of course we also have well, the Zod Agent, I guess we'll go to. Zod Agent, there's many of them, and you'll fight them throughout your attack on Yasmal. So yeah, there he is. Next up we have General Zod, and you can kneel before Zod. Kneel. So there he is, looking all mean and menacing and all that jazz. He flies, which is more than most people do. Yeah, so alright. So that's Zod. When he gets bored, he does these energy kind of things. So next up we have Jor-El, who does not fly and he has a gun. So it kind of confused me a little bit when I first got the game and didn't know anything about it. So there he is. So this is the father of Superman. He shoots lasers out of it as well. So next to Jor-El we have Kelex, which is basically their what are we gonna call him? Kal-El. So his family did not they just, yeah, they had this robot. So I spent way more time on it than I really should have. Lara Lorvan. This is Superman's mom. She is. So, next up, we have the Superman from Man of Steel. And I want to compare him to the Superman in game. Very, very minimal differences, as you can see. The Superman from the DLC, his suit's a little bit darker, and he's got those silver streaks. You know, personally, I actually prefer the DLC Superman a little bit more. I just really kind of dig the look. It's just different enough. So, Toran is another one of the Zod agents. He doesn't really do anything too much. No, he flies, but he can't seem to... alright, cool, there we go. He does like fire attacks, energy kind of attacks, so that comes in very useful. So that is Toran. Next up, we start getting into a lot of the Batman DLC. We have Azrael Batman. And we have Batman from Brave and the Bold. So it makes sense to have him in here. So Azrael will glide. I'm trying to get somewhere where I can glide, but it does not appear to be in the cards. Yeah, man. I guess I kind of just feel like every Batman should be able to glide, just not into that kind of water. That's not really water, it's really red blood. So Azrael Batman should be a popular skin. He does look pretty awesome, so and shiny. So next up we have Batman from the Brave and the Bold. Not a cartoon I ever personally really watched, but I know there's going to be a lot of fans. He does fly for some reason. Puts on like a bat jetpack. Flies. As far as when he's not doing anything, he throws the Batarang, and that is that. So there's a good look at Batman from Brave and the Bold. Next up, we have Batman from Detective Comics number 27. I believe this might be the first appearance of Batman. I'm on record as saying this might be one of my favorite Batmans. Just because his animation when he's not being used. So, actually no, that's not where I was going with that. I was thinking of something else. Actually, I have no idea where that came from. Long day at work, and we're chugging along. His animation in general, I like his helmet, or his cowl, I should say. I really just kind of like the way his cowl looks on him. So next up we have a version of Batman that I know a lot of people love. It is the Dark Knight Returns Batman. Batman by Frank Miller. A storyline that generally gets really rave reviews as one of the types of stories that you want to listen to, or read, I should say, kind of right away because Frank Miller's involved. So he does all the big figure stuff, which you kind of expect from a guy like that. Yeah, a Batman big fig. That's definitely something new that you don't see every day. So there we go. Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. Next up we have Gotham by Gaslight Batman. And, I don't really see what the huge difference is. I know it's supposed to make him kind of steampunk, but other than a couple ripples on his chest, I really don't see how he differs from the main Batman. I guess they didn't have to, like, design another character out of it, but, that's Batman. I might, I don't know. Next is probably one of my favorite Batmans. It is Sinestro Corps Batman, and he has himself a yellow ring. Obviously, making him the embodiment of fear. Pretty sure he does all the same things that so yeah, this is when Batman was a member of the Sinestro Corps. So there he is, Batman, instilling fear into the hearts of everyone. Next up you have Vampire Batman. This is I don't know what story it's from, but obviously there was a vampirific version of Batman from somewhere. Alright. Now you do get an achievement, I believe, for having both Vampire Batman and... is it Sinestro Batman? There's a different Batman that I think you put with the Vampire Batman to get the achievement. No, it is supposed to be Sinestro Batman. I don't know why the achievement isn't popping. Some of these achievements are a little kind of glitchy. I don't really know why. Gonna hang out with them together for a moment and haha, there we go. So it's a little slow popping, but Batman Gone Bad. So obviously he's a vampire in this picture, no Twilight, or in this skin anyway. So there's that, but thanks for the achievement. Zebra Batman, I think, is probably one of the dumber Batmans in the game, yet somehow one of the more useful. He does pretty much all the attacks. He does the magnetism. He does the stuff that Bruce Wayne or Batman's required for, and yeah, pretty sweet. He does not fly, which sucks, but he throws a batarang, which is cool. So yeah, there's Zebra Batman. I like I said, I use him way more than I thought I would. Next up we have Bane, and this is not the Bane that everybody loves. This is the Bane that talks funny with the English accent. That's the best Bane impression I could do. This is obviously Bane from the Bat-Mite, for the Batman trilogy, or the Nolan kind of trilogy. Tells you this is from Dark Knight Rises. I mean, it's not what we expected from Bane. You know, we expect I would think we expect the muscly, you know, former wrestler kind of Bane. But, you know, I guess that worked. It just didn't seem like it had to be Bane. It felt like it could have been, you know, another character. I don't know who, but you could have still told that story. We're going to do it, guys. 10 more minutes to go. We'll have 3 45-minute videos. Only a few more characters left. Dark Knight Trilogy Batman. Again, a little bit more armored in the abs, but not really too sure exactly what the deal is here. He kind of looks like every other Batman. Every other plain Batman, anyway. We'll leave Sinestro Corps on. Next up, we have Commissioner Jim Gordon, who has his mustache, which is pretty key to one of the situations we had going on earlier. I'm sorry, the mustache was actually more of a reference to the Jim Gordon on the show Gotham. Man, I feel like this this flag situation is just taunting me at this point. So I feel like I need to get it. Jim has a 6-shooter, which is you know, possibly a little cumbersome in the fact that you have to be fast in a lot of cases, and it makes him really slow. If you have like a 6-shooter gun, it kind of just makes your character shoot really slow. So that is one aspect I do not enjoy, but you know, fortunately for me, this game is a lot of fun. So there's a lot of scenarios in which you'll find yourself enjoying. But that's Jim Gordon. He does also have detective vision, which is fairly important. So there he is, Jim Gordon. Next up, we have Joker in the the nurse outfit, and he's got a missile launcher, which does really well apparently. He's twirling it. So I'm running around hoping to find another one of those flags. I don't know, I'll get them all eventually. So the number one thing that he does is he shoots the rockets, puts it away. In any event, aesthetically, I think a lot of people will enjoy this character. He's got his vote for Dent, Harvey Dent sticker or button, if you will. Great detail. Just a cool character. Ra's al Ghul, obviously the leader of the League of Assassins. If you're watching Arrow, you are going to be seeing a lot of him soon. So yeah, Ra's al Ghul. So yeah, he's got his armor. He does not do anything with B or circle. Does not fly, obviously. So there he is. Keeps coming back to life because he's got his Lazarus pit where he's regenerated and reborn and all that good nonsense. Next up, we have Scarecrow, and a little disappointed that this is the only version of Scarecrow that we get. Him wearing a potato bag over his head. He throws grenades that... Alright, 3 more characters left and we're done. Can you believe it? Selina Kyle from The Dark Knight Rises. Now, I don't know why they didn't just call her Catwoman, but this is the Anne Hathaway version of Catwoman. She's got her whip. She does like a pink detective vision. Helps you find stuff you don't have. So there she is, the Anne Hathaway version. And Anne Hathaway is definitely my celebrity crush, so it works out really well. Next we have the SWAT team member. And yeah, there we go. SWAT team member. Obviously, this is from the Batman Trilogy DLC. So you need that fodder character, and there he is. Last is Two-Face, and again, like who else? Scarecrow. The only way you get Two-Face is with this DLC, which is kind of weird and short-sighted, but you know, it is Two-Face after all. Aaron Eckhart did I feel, a fantastic job as Two-Face and Harvey Dent in that what was really a terrible. Actually, no, that's not where I'm going with that. He did a good job with it in the Batman movie, where Heath Ledger got all the attention because he died. So, you know, whatever. That is everybody, right? We've got everybody. So, yeah. You've also got your 2 custom characters here. So, there's a lot of characters I've created doing quests along the way. So, this was one of them. Guys, that is it. That completes the 4-part series. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm gonna switch back to what I think are 2 of my favorite characters in the game. Atrocitus on his home planet, and I mean, I guess I could really pick anybody at this point. We'll pick Firestorm because he's close by. So 2 of my favorite characters. Lots of characters that they could have had. I know I've pretty much complained about Darkseid in like every video I've made, but there's a lot of characters that they didn't include. We could really be here all day. There are 2 unannounced DLCs. We don't really know what those are going to be, that are part of the season pack, along with the Arrow DLC. So lots of opportunity. I don't really care who they add at this point, just as long as they add Darkseid. The fact that he hasn't been in any of the LEGO games is kind of weird to me. I mean, such a important and pivotal character. I hope that, you know, one of those DLC packs is huge. So the characters that I didn't get to show off in this video, and it really like kind of bums me out and upsets me, are the characters from the Future of Batman DLC, which was a European only kind of DLC, at least time based. It came with all the PS4 copies of this game in Europe. So I obviously, being in the United States, have to wait for a while. I also got the Rainbow DLC, which gives you like a rainbow colored Batman and Superman, but it apparently knows that I'm not in the UK or wherever, and will not let me redeem the code. So what I was thinking is, if one of you PlayStation 4 people has the DLC, the Future of Batman, and wants to let me share play, I'll go ahead and feature it and give you a shout out in the video. Also, possible that I have this rainbow code I'm not going to use, since I'm not in Europe. If there's a European with the Future of Batman DLC, but not the Rainbow DLC, that might be willing to let me maybe share play, there might be a rainbow code in it for you. So if I end up doing a part 5, it's going to be to show off extra DLC and those type of characters. But for now, right at the 45-minute mark, we are done. I hope you enjoyed this 4-part series. It was a lot of fun to make, a lot of work to unlock, but we will catch you later. I've got lots of other videos planned, including look at all the vehicles, look at my top 10 favorite characters in the game, top 10 characters I could have done without, all the animations that the characters make, or my top 10 favorite animations, or movements or whatever. Maybe a show off all the big figs, show off all the transformations. So there's still a lot of stuff to do. Tomorrow I may take a slight break and start Dragon Age Inquisition. We'll see. But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. Love all of you guys. You guys are the best. And we out. See ya.